on the road. We're driving into Nazareth, and this is the area, the cliff area where they think that Jesus was thrown off. You see the quarrying section that I showed you back in the picture from Tel Megiddo, and that's what it looked like up close. This is a good view of it going in. Views as we're driving into Nazareth. This kind of gives you a picture of the city up on the hill as we drive on in.
Look at Nazareth here. Now, on the bottom of the valley was the ancient city of Nazareth, and all the mountain around it, there were all farming terraces on the slope of the hill.
We are up here on the hill, Mount Precipice, the sign said, looking back toward Nazareth. Just a beautiful view in the setting sun. It'll be dark around 5:30. And I'll give you the sweep, then I'll come back and zero in on the Church of the Annunciation, which is right now, right about in the middle of the conical tower there. Coming on around. This is looking east. Alright, now let's come back around and show you the Church of the Annunciation. There it is, right there in the center. Built in 1969 over the remains of the Crusader Church, as well as the remains of the Byzantine Church. Traditional site where Gabriel told Mary about Jesus Christ. Alright, so here we are at the top, and we are looking out east, back across the Jezreel Valley. Beautiful, beautiful view from the top of the mountain here. This is where they would have brought him, to the brow of the hill, and so on.
You don't get the feeling of real Nazareth in the time of Jesus. Today you see how spread the city. It's a big city with 110,000 inhabitants. All the city over there, and you can see the Jewish city on the right side. That's with about 40,000 people live there. 70,000 people live in this area of Nazareth around this mountain. But actually the Nazareth in the time of Jesus, it was where you see over there on that direction, you see a big building, the largest building with the black round structure on top of it in a cone shape. You see? Everybody can see? No. It's a black cone from that direction. You see a tall building.
So this is
on the
looking
right
back toward Nain,
this
where
is the
we
beginning
were.
Of the city of Haifa to the right. And all the way to the left,
Just to the right a little bit of Mount Gilboa. I'm going to bring you on around here, back to the Jezreel Valley. There's Mount Gilboa. Coming on around Mount Moreh and the towns there in the valley. Then I'm going to bring you on around for another panoramic sweep. Tell you a little bit about where Nazareth at the time of Jesus would have been.
Okay, gather around. I'll read some scripture.
course, the passage is in Luke 4 about this.
Chapter 4, verse 1, Jesus, being full of the Holy Ghost, returned from the Jordan and was led by the Spirit into the wilderness.
So Old Nazareth would have been right in that section there by the basilica, just confined to this little area right here. Wouldn't have been very big at the time of Jesus. And of course it stretches back on around, as you've seen before.
Power of the Spirit into Galilee. There went out fame of him throughout all the region round about, and he taught in their synagogue, being glorified of all. He came to Nazareth. All right, he came to where those two churches were. That's what those between that dome and the red roof, in the center of this valley here, would be the complex within that perimeter where the old village was. Okay, so when he comes to Nazareth, where he'd been brought up, as was his custom, he went into the synagogue on the Sabbath day and stood up for to read. And there was delivered unto him the book of the prophet Isaiah. And when he opened the book, he found the place where it was written. And he read, The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he hath anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. He hath sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to preach deliverance to the captives, recovering of sight to the blind, to set at liberty them that are bruised, to preach the acceptable year of the Lord. And he closed the book, and he gave it again to the minister, and he sat down. The eyes of all them that were in the synagogue were fastened on him. And he began to say unto them, This day is this scripture fulfilled in your ears. And all bear him witness and wondered at the gracious words which proceeded out of his mouth. And they said, Is this not Joseph's son? And he said unto them, You will surely say unto me this proverb, Physician, heal thyself. Whatsoever we've heard done in Capernaum, do also here in thy country. He said, Verily I say unto you, no prophet is accepted in his own country.
Out of the distance,
I tell you a truth, many widows
the
were
border
in
of
Israel
Jordan.
in the days of Elias, when the heaven was shut up 3 years and 6 months. That would be Elijah. And great famine was throughout all the land. But unto none of them was Elijah sent, save
Just
to
past the Jordan
Sarepta,
Valley out
a
there.
city of Sidon.
That's the mountain range of Jordan.
Phoenician city, and to a woman that was a widow. And many.
Well, Dad is always all the time stopping for flowers, so I thought instead I would stop for a picture of a butterfly. It's just a really pretty butterfly here that's on the rock in the sunlight. Isn't that beautiful? Now we're here in downtown Nazareth, making our way along the streets. It's kind of slow going because of the rush hour traffic. Trying to make our way over to the site of the church where Jesus was actually reading from the scroll, the synagogue that he was at. I'm not sure we're going to make it. Most things close up around 4:30 or 5, and traffic might keep us from getting there, but we'll see.
There is a chance to make it, because at the beginning the traffic was not good, but now it's went smoothly. Here's the Church of the Annunciation, the Catholic Church. Ori has a problem to find parking here. Where you can park, Ori. We need to climb uphill this way behind the church. You see the road, and then from there it's getting steeper, the end of it, to the synagogue.
So here we are, and we're trying to get on our way up there. I'm going to have to show you some of these things on the move. Hopefully it won't be too shaky, but we're trying our best to get going here quick. Alright, some more views. Calm down a little bit. There's the Basilica, and we are on our way up to the back toward the synagogue. The this is the road that we're making our way up. And we're on the move again, and off we go. So here are the gates, and you can see the basilica, front of the basilica there.
Church of the Annunciation.
Church of the Annunciation. All right, I got to keep moving.
And paid for building that. That was the reason why it was completed. The Pope came here the first time in the history of Israel. He came here the first time in 1964, and he came to visit the church here. He came to visit Megiddo. He didn't go to Jerusalem in 1964. He didn't want to hurt the Arabs, so he didn't visit there. But the second time a Pope visited Israel was in the year 2000, and he came to visit the Wailing Wall and Jerusalem, everywhere. Okay, this is the church over there, built over the ruins of the synagogue that we're going to see through the market. That's the market of Nazareth.
And there's the church there in the distance. And here we go, through the market area. Okay, and here we are, the synagogue church. Moving on up. Again. This is where he was preaching, traditional site. And here we have it. On up. All the way up.
Una. One minute, please.
We're trying to get in, looks like.
Ruby.
We have luck, maybe?
Just make sure you put that.
Yes?
Yes.
All right.
He closed it, but
And here's the entrance. He just opened it up for us. He had just closed it, and we got him to open it up for us. Donations welcome. So it's pretty dim. Let's see how the lighting does once we go inside.
okay.
If all of you will move around, and there's another group coming in, if you move and take a seat toward the front,
You can sit on the steps, you can sit here, you can sit anywhere you find a place.
I'm going to say something, yes? You said you should say a few words, and then I'll read the scriptures.
Let me see.
He's got a light that he's turning on there, but it's not quite on yet. I may try again once that light warms up. It's a halogen bulb.
This is where Jesus was when he read the Spirit of the Lord upon him, because he hath anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. I want you to think just for a moment about what Jesus is saying and why he's saying it. You know that he is truly God and he is truly man. But if we read in the book of Acts, you will find that it says that Jesus did his signs, wonders, and miracles through the power of the Spirit of God. I grew up all my life hearing that Jesus did his miracles because he was God, and he was. I heard all my life that he calmed the water because he was God. But as I have studied and read what Acts says, Acts 10:32, Acts 2:22,
that Jesus, a man of Nazareth, did these signs, wonders, and miracles among you because God was with him. And if you read in John, you read that Jesus said, I do only the things that my Father tells me to do. I don't speak on my own authority. And so when I have come to the every tongue confess that Jesus Christ is Lord. Anybody have something you would like to thank him for here in the Nazareth Synagogue? Anybody want to give a brief word of testimony? Yes.
My dad is 86 years old, or 88, and just got saved about a month ago for the first time.
Wonderful. Isn't God merciful? Father, 86, just got saved. Anybody have anything you want to share in your heart, or would you like to sing another chorus? What chorus would you like to sing?
I love you, Lord.
I love you, Lord, and I lift my voice to worship you, oh my soul, rejoice. Take joy, my King, in what you hear. May it be a sweet, sweet sound in your ears.
That this structure was reconstructed during the 12th century, by the Crusader, over ruins of Byzantine church that you see all the columns, the pillar, they are from the Byzantine church that were here to sign the place where it used to be the synagogue of Nazareth. So they call it the synagogue church, the name of the place. 1887, the Greek Catholic built another church, a new church, talking about 120 years old. It's a new church, but it's really not, the new church is over there, and the whole complex is under the control of the Greek Catholic Church. The bishop, the new bishop, very lovely, very nice person, Abuna Shakur, that is not far from here, and they are taking care of all these sites at the Holy Land. They have a large number of the Greek Catholic. Everybody know about the Greek Orthodox, but this is the Greek Catholic Church that they have almost, talking about 78,000 people of this donation here at the Holy Land.
And also the synagogue was more taller. It was under the entrance of the church. But when they have built the church, they have cut from the church. And the main entrance was from here.
From here, yes. Okay, thank you again. This is really nice being here.
Ladies and gentlemen, I ask you a favor. Sometimes they give us donations as coins. They give us the coins to us, to the church, as a donation. We change the coins in paper. If you want to change, you will give me $1, I will give you $1.
Because
It's
in
quarters.
Israel, they can,
Yes.
they can do nothing with the coins.
Alright, this is the Milko Church. And my disc is almost full, it says. It's flashing at me. I'm going to change it out and then I'm going to go in. And my battery's out. Okay, great. And in we go. Okay. So this is the inside here. And I'm going to walk you around. Give you kind of view here. Everybody's leaving because it took me a while to change out, so bear with me as I walk along. Just basically sweep up and around and back toward the altar area. This is all Greek Orthodox Church. And then I'm the last one out of here. Okay, I gotta go.